Okay, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. Today is Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. This is the school board regular meeting, starting at 4 o'clock. Anything to add to the agenda?
Like to discuss voting on November 4th.
There was anything that we're voting on?
We can discuss that, but we have no vote on.
I didn't know there was anything
We
going
want
on.
to verify.
That I know, because Patty's not even gonna be here.
We just wanted to verify, so.
Okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
So,
That's
perfect.
so you can put that in the minutes. We will do YouTube again. And talk about that here. Okay, so anybody else have anything to add to the agenda? Okay, then looking for a motion for the minutes. I've already read them. They look good to me.
Look good to me, I just read it.
You minutes then. I wasn't here, so. You weren't here, so you can't even motion. So, Mike,
I move we accept the minutes as drafted.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Tim's gonna abstain for the last meeting. That jumps us right to Rich Ria. Goes to the floor.
I have nothing, thank you.
Look at us flying through the.
Well, that always
We actually have something to talk
Think-
about. We have something to talk about with regard to minutes.
With what?
Are our minutes on the AI minutes thing that
No.
the town puts out?
No, that's why I wanna get the YouTube stuff. It's not the minutes. The way that Waterville Valley AI works. It takes the YouTube video,
I-
gets the transcribes it.
Right.
And then from there, it asks AI to do that. So this is my motivation to get us on YouTube is so that can make it to Waterville Valley AI News.
Better be careful with.
Why is that?
Have you read them?
Oh, yeah.
Great. They 95% of the time they are great.
Correct.
5% of the time there is something in there that may not be accurate.
Right, but Ken has made it so there's links.
I don't know the answer to that.
No, I'm telling you, so Ken has made it for every single paragraph. There's a link, so if you question the paragraph, click the link and it goes to that second of the YouTube video, so you can watch the video. So
That's impressive.
so if you said, this doesn't sound right, this seems a little hokey, just click the link and you can go. Right to that section where they start talking about that, so. So the AI news is not perfect, there's no doubt about it, but it has that safety check in it.
Could I comment, Mike, on this?
Of course.
So just for clarification, that is not a town-sponsored publication. That is a private citizen. So we have no control over, the town has no control over what is in those AI minutes, just for the record.
I know that. I know that. That doesn't change my. You know that, and we know that. I'd be willing to bet not all 700 other people know that, or maybe they do.
Well, it's watervilleai.news, it's not .org, it's not .gov.
That's true.
It's not .gov, I mean, if you.
No,
It's a private citizen trying to help this.
trying to help the community and everything else, and that's good news. I'm just saying, I have seen those things.
Right. I think he could probably go around to the town and sell this,
Probably.
because I find it to be incredibly useful, so instead of having to walk through a 2-hour meeting, I can go. Look at the highlights, and say that part's interesting, click the link and watch 15 minutes of it.
Just do what Tim does and speed it up to 2 times.
Yeah, I know. And just
So
sliding through a 2-hour meeting in 1 hour.
Well,
Our meetings are now more like 3 to 4 hours since Mark's passed, so it's still time.
Found one of most meetings, but because of that, watched it through at that time, trying to get it all, then read minutes from it. Second myself.
Right.
Works really well.
Okay, this was a total aside unrelated to this, because we're moving right along to principles report.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But that is a key motivation for why I wanted to get this on YouTube, so this can be put, so the community can find this as well.
Okay,
Mike, could I comment on that too, just very quickly?
Which might,
which Mike?
Oh, well, the one in charge.
okay,
We found out that, at least for town purposes, that anything that's recorded is not an official record, and we were actually advised to not save any recordings past a certain time, that
You
the
talked
written
about-
minutes is
Yeah.
what counts. So you have to be careful
Yeah,
about that. So it's a dilemma because I myself think that's kind of backwards because you can see what happens in the meeting if you keep the recording, but the lawyers are advising that we do not keep any of the recordings after a certain point of time. We should delete them.
What is that?
so
for-
you mentioned that, at the last meeting.
Yeah, what is that point in time, Rich? You remember?
It's of our choosing,
Yeah, and they talked
sooner
about.
rather than later.
Okay,
That,
okay,
I predict that that's philosophy is gonna change. over
I
this.
think so too.
Absolutely, because
I hope so.
I would
I hope
much
so.
rather look at the recording of a video than trust somebody who took minutes. And then trust us a month later to say, yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah,
No, I concur.
Very same thing that happened with camera liabilities. They told you not to record chairlift because they're scared of catching a chairlift accident, thinking the employee would be the one that was wrong. But traditionally, what we're finding through litigation is that the plaintiff is the one who's most of the time exaggerating their experience. It's the same thing with these videos, you know, somebody will go back through and say, this was said, exaggerated, and then have a video, they'll be able to say, no, this is what was actually said.
Okay, so we're moving off that topic. Lindsay,
Okay.
the floor is yours.
I'm sorry, Lindsay.
That's
Took a
okay.
while.
Just starting with the school safety update. And our emergency operation plan, which is due to the state by mid-October, we're set at a time, so that is all set. We had a great all-school hike. There were 14 students who did Artist Bluff and Bald Mountain. And one parent chaperone came on that. I was on that hike. And it was, so the way I wanted to go, you're not allowed to go anymore because they made a certain route. But we did get all of the kids that went, and it was mainly K3 students up Bald Mountain, and if you've never done it. It is a legit rock climb, scramble up, so it was really cool and the kids were proud of themselves.
Good.
And then Lonesome Lake, we had 6 parent chaperones that went up. And the middle school overnight was a great success. They had beautiful weather, did some stargazing and then kind of continued on hiking out some of those trails with chaperones afterwards, so. It was nice to get everybody to go together on one bus, kind of drop them off. We did send a phone, we have a
It's like a cat to
school,
me.
it is. We have a school phone that we did send up with them, because the kids did not bring their phones. That way parents could communicate and kids could call out, but there's absolutely no service. Up there, so Kate used her personal cell phone with a satellite to text me that everything was good, so that was. Nice, yeah. We did fire prevention with the fire department. I set up a little obstacle course for stop, drop and roll for K5 and 6-8 went out to use the fire hose to knock down cones. Which was hysterical because going out, some of them, 2 specific boys looked at me and was, they go, what's wrong? They're like, we don't wanna get wet. I was like, you're not getting wet, like, cause I forget that sometimes the fire department on like really warm days will come. During like the summer programs and hose everybody, so they thought they were getting hosed down. No, you guys are holding the hoses, right? And then they were excited. So the teacher in service day with Larry Thompson, went really well. He's a very lively speaker. It was one of the few professional developments that I've seen put together without the audience on devices. General computers were closed, the audience was focused, they were paying attention, the side conversation wasn't happening. It was engaging,
Got really great feedback on it.
so we did Pam sent out a survey, with some very positive feedback. The most negative part was they didn't really like the food that was provided, so take that as a win. We did meet as a vision and mission team. We had our first meeting on November 14th. It was a great start to it. We've got 2 parents, one parent who was also a teacher and another teacher. I did kind of put together what they came up with and I came up with for strengths and some aspirations. It's really the first time it's been written.
This hasn't been updated since 1992. So I did talk to Lindsay about just taking a look at it, and, you know,
So it's more of a brainstorm that we came up with, we're gonna kind of obviously narrow it down. So I just wanted, I remember when I mentioned it at last meeting, I was like, oh, it'll be interesting to see what they say, so. I think in general, it moves forward with what we leave as a school, and they've got some great ideas. Hard copies are- I'm spelling mistake too.
No,
You got your red pen.
So these in any specific.
So they're not in any specific order, they're kind of categorized by topics. The next step of this is we meet again in November. And then we're gonna send it out to families and, I'm happy to send it to the school board as well. To get some feedback on what do you see as strengths of the school, some aspirations for the school. And then take the next meeting in January, kind of, or December, and then kind of put all of that together. We've got meetings set through February. I tried to do it as a slow process.
Can I ask why you chose strengths and aspirations?
To kind of help see where we are at as a school and where we want to go.
Okay, are you familiar with SWOT analysis? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats?
No, but
Cause the weaknesses and opportunity, this reads to me like you got your strengths and your opportunities.
yeah,
But your weaknesses and your threats can also tell you a lot, the way something's operating. And so I just encourage you to maybe include that, and anyone who works in business will understand.
so, well, what was it?
SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Yeah, I used that.
We all have.
15 years.
Yeah, no, that's great.
15 years ago,
Yeah, no, I appreciate the feedback, yeah.
with every employee review.
So, yeah, so I just wanted to bring where we
Those
go.
are great, I mean, I'm looking at this going, well, we got
Yes,
like a good half of it, the downsides and like the weaknesses and the threats.
absolutely,
Can also tell you a lot to just kind of help you balance.
yes,
See where, like, sometimes you want to concentrate on those threats rather than the opportunities, because getting rid of the threat can actually open up more opportunity.
no, that's great, and then we'll definitely look into that for our November meeting.
Okay.
Robotics and drones.
Great,
started.
so. We're gonna have a chance to, you're gonna send this to us and we can provide some feedback?
Yes, yep, so
So I have thoughts, but I'll.
my big thing when I run meetings is like, if I give a time frame for a meeting, it's gonna end when I say it ends. And so we definitely didn't get through the agenda that I had started, and so it was a little more of an abrupt ending than I wanted it to be. So we kind of wrapped it up there, ending at 4, so the next meeting will kind of go back through, and then from there, we'll get it out to stakeholders and the families, you guys, to get your input as well.
Yeah, cool.
But just wanted to let you know, it did start kind of things that we had talked about, and I appreciate the feedback to look at all aspects. Very excited for the robotics and drones enrichment that started. Tuesday is robotics. It's for grades 4 to 8. We have 8 students. Thursday is drones. It is also 8 students, but it is not all the same 8 students.
Is it also grades 4 to 8?
4 to 8, yep. So robotics, they're both being run by Kate Evans, our middle school teacher, and Evan B, who is the para in the K2 classroom. Kate is primarily running robotics with Evan's support, and Evan is primarily running drones with Kate's support. How that's looking. And then,
What's You said it's K through, or excuse me, it's 4 through 12,
8th grade, yeah.
so we split a cohort in there.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
So it's an after school. Enrichment. So it's. Typically we start at grade 5. But we've done in the past. But when looking at. Our after school activities or after school antics, tends to be our K grade classes, so this is like, when that ends, what's the next opportunity for these students? And then if we started at 5th grade, kind of that 4th grade gets left out. We're a little on the older side for that, but then,
Yeah,
so we added that 4th grade in,
It's just one person.
which this year is only one person, and then next
Next year
year,
it's gonna be 5 people.
and we'll keep it at 4th grade. And they'll be a little bit more mature and ready to get going.
I'm just wondering if that causes some of the issues it said, or just watching the kids, like my kids when they went through, they were kindergartners, but they thought they were second graders.
So in all honesty, yes, I did have a family that was upset.
Okay.
And
What were they upset about?
their child is not included, and they're in the same cohort. But when speaking to other schools within the SAU, most of them are 5-8, some are 6-8. Wentworth is the only other school that starts at 4th grade. We're trying to rebuild our robotics program. It went really strong for a while, and our middle school really doesn't want to do a lot of robotics right now. So we're trying to build that back up. But with the 3rd graders, I just spoke with Sandra today. I haven't had a chance to talk to Brooke yet, but possibly in late winter or springtime to do something in collaboration with ASA and some sort of robotics for some of our young. So they can also kind of get some eyes on it, get a little interest in it, so then the following year, they can be hands-on. Our 5th graders have really liked STEM.
I can definitely see the complication, 3rd grader is a smaller child than a 4th grader, of course. You know, the other schools that are in the district, they're single classrooms, so they don't have this cohort complication, with the
Yeah.
5th grade. I think they're a little bit older and they can understand.
And if you're gonna get to a point where you're trying, that a team's doing really well with the robotics and they wanna compete. The competitions that are available for kids statewide are grade 4 is where they start. So you know, that's part of also one of the reasons why most of the programs start at 4th grade. And the kids' attention span and their ability to deal with the level of detail and everything else, it's just 4th is what's.
Yeah, I can understand, there's definitely a balance here that you've got to
Yeah.
come into, it's just that. It may be that you cause consternation with 3rd grader that's not as. And maybe integrating them with doing something every so often, I think that's the way to integrate them in, so they feel a part of the crew is just developing.
Yeah.
You know, as they grow older and try to get into that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Try to get into that next cohort, because the little ones always look up to the big ones.
Yeah,
You see
absolutely.
their eyes light up,
Yeah.
walk them in the room, and then when they finally get in that class, it's like, oh, I'm finally here.
Yep.
Oh wait, you can't do robotics yet.
Yeah, that's the thing, it's cool that next year when they can do it, it's gonna mean so much more. Like, from 2nd grade to 3rd grade, opportunities arise, you're in the 4 or 5 classroom now, like there's more going on in the classroom. And then as a 4th grade, like, you have something to look forward to now coming into the 4th grade, you have this opportunity. When it's like, oh, 3rd to 4th, I'm still in the same class, but from 4 to 5th, they're like, I'm almost in middle school.
We'll just keep a close eye on it, because you may find that it may be more beneficial to include them in some way,
Yep.
to exclude them, so they feel a part of it. I know, like when Ross was going through lacrosse, he wanted to play lacrosse so badly. Him and sorry, I'm forgetting. Anyways, another young kid that wanted to play lacrosse so badly, and they're 5 years old, of course, they didn't have U18, so they were playing at U10, they were just hip squeaks, but man, they were so excited that first year just to be out there.
Yep.
And all they could do was go to the practice, and the next year they allowed them to come to the games, and then when they were like smoking the other team, 10-0, then they put them in kind of the bench.
Yes, yeah,
And that really made those two get excited about lacrosse and kept them interested in sport, where if they hadn't done that, especially with Ross's attention span, he meant it about sport.
no, it's good.
That last sentence.
We'll get our eyes open on that.
Okay.
And then middle school last week had the opportunity to work with Waterville Adaptive Sports. And our middle school was given the problem of the adaptive bikes don't have flag holders for when they're road cycling. So the middle school students are going to utilize the CAD programs to design and 3D print custom flag holders for each of the adaptive bikes. So we had, I think, Michaela, right?
Yeah.
Come down, her and Kate brought down a bunch of bikes. The kids got to try them out, see what it's like. Michaela started talking about each one. It was great. I had Chief Eric come over just because we were doing a loop down our parking lot of the road. So he kind of helped make sure there was no crazy traffic. Of course, it was pretty quiet when he came, and like all the traffic came, but
Yeah.
so it's fun to see, like, the kids love the 3D printer, they love making things, they love printing them. But it's cool to see that they can now do this with like, it has the purpose,
That's great.
yeah, so that's a program that, or something that they're working on right now, and then it's opened up an opportunity for future work with Michaela and the sports.
Think they can start making snowcat parts for
Sure, let us know what you need to, and they can come up with.
They love trying to problem solve that stuff.
them. I've got little parts.
There's some upcoming dates, the harvest dinner, there's some tentative dates that it may be, the PTO is working on. That with the coyote. And then our numbers. So the middle column is current year, we're at 35 total. And next year, 33. I do actually think kindergarten's gonna be 3 students. There's most of those are coming from the Ray Center. There's a student where one adult lives in Waterville and one adult lives in Thornton. But most likely that child will be coming to Waterville and use that number of grade. Kindergartners.
Great update. Appreciate it. Questions, comments?
You've got, again, 8
High school, you talking about?
tuitions.
Yeah, 2. Yes, last year. We approved. Another tuition student for first grade for next year.
Plus.
Yes.
Last,
Last school year.
Yeah.
We approved a first grader for the 26-27 school year.
yes,
That's,
They
yeah,
wanted to know way early.
so,
Okay.
that's why you suddenly see the 2 tuitions to
Yeah.
three.
yeah, I remember, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay,
I think we'll comment on format of this for a second.
Sure.
You have a empty space here. Can you total up the tuitions for each cohort?
Sure.
That would help us to say how many tuition students or. Okay, moving on to discussion items. We're on our second reading of the.
Sorry, 1 second.
We're nothing behind.
So from 8th to 9th, it's going from 4 to 3, so you're pretty certain we're gonna have one that either moves out of town or goes to.
So we have right now a tuition student in 8th grade,
Oh, okay.
so when. I actually think that's gonna be down to 2. We do have an 8th grader that's looking to go overseas for 9th grade.
Okay.
But that's not confirmed, so I feel better about leaving it at the 3 until I.
Hope it doesn't happen.
So.
This is the one time I walked on high school.
Otherwise, your hot tub's not gonna work at that.
Yeah. Who's gonna fix my rooftop?
I feel like did the same thing, but.
Tim's thinking the same thing as well, yes. Not a hot tub though.
No.
Gonna fix his lift.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay,
All right,
moving on.
last month we brought for a first read, policy GBGBA, which is the, location of the automated, external defibrillator or the AED. And we didn't do an automatic approval because we had some, language in there around who's responsible for maintaining the AED. And the records and so forth. So this policy has been modified to include in there that the maintenance will be done by the Waterville Valley Department of Public Safety. And they will also, do the registrations of the AED devices and the, oversight that's required for them. So it's now been changed to
And they're
reflect that.
okay with that.
Yes, I met with them.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it wouldn't be.
correct.
No, and they were already doing that, so we just made sure that they were okay that the language got changed at this before we said it.
Covered the response I asked.
Okay. So we have to vote to approve it?
Yeah.
I move we accept the, use and location of AEDs within the school.
Second,
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
where's the location?
Now we have another one.
So the AED is when you first walk in the main door, right there on the left.
Okay.
It is it's actually in a box thing, so and then we do have another one that's within our mailboxes. The school mailboxes in the office, that is used if we need to bring it on field trips, or we bring on field trips, and when we had a sports team. that
Do they have
was
one?
when we-
Okay.
Do they have one over here?
Right there,
Right there, I just see it.
Yep.
yeah.
Now, is that the responsibility of the school or the rest?
So
That's.
I was gonna say,
The public service.
the public safety takes care of all the.
That was, I understand that, but
I mean, if something happened in here during a school event, we would pull that, because it's the most.
so theoretically, the school could be responsible. Kind of sort of.
I think it would have the same guidelines as the other AEDs located in the rest of the facility.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
All right, the
Are you
next,
suggesting a change?
Oh,
Right. That motion passed, right?
yes.
Okay, then moving on to the supervision of students.
So policy JLIA, this is a first read for you. It is a required policy. Half page, pretty simple, but if you have questions, I'll definitely answer them for you.
the sentence that reads, all dangerous conditions in the school should be reported at once to the building principal. A condition or situation?
I think it would be either. So, it could be that there's, water spilled somewhere, or that there's ice in the parking lot, or that, something has a sharp edge on it, that because of misuse or because of wear, that it would have to be reported. You know, so I don't think it matters, anything that's unsafe would be reported to the principal. And if it was something that was an unsafe situation, it would also go to the joint loss committee. Because it has to be recorded in that committee.
And we meet 4 times a year.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's reviewed by, the joint loss committee is responsible for reviewing and making any recommendations for improvement of anything that's a safety issue.
Wouldn't that apply to condition as well as situation?
Yes,
Okay.
Any thoughts on this? No, that seems pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, no, I just
Class
want to understand the difference.
out of the job,
Yeah,
as well as educate them.
exactly, yeah. Safety.
okay,
Motion to accept this?
So
so seconded.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And our next one is physical and emotional well-being of students. It's our first read. So we skipped, just to be clear, we skipped the second read of the supervision of students.
Correct. So this, we're bringing this policy along at the same time as we're doing the previous policy, because they both deal with the well-being of students. This one here is much more focused on the social emotional well-being of students, and also the physical health. So again, it's a required policy JLCK.
And can we talk about item 1A,
Sure.
ensure access to nutritional meals?
Yeah.
Do we do that?
So if we have any students that are designated as free and reduced students, we can provide those meals to them. But
We do,
Yeah.
if we had them.
So we don't have the set food program, like obviously
I understand,
but
that's why I'm asking.
if
Exactly.
a child needs nutritious meals, we have the means to provide them.
Send them up to the pizza place.
That's right. No, we picked up,
This-
I've done the sandwiches, we
This
made
was
sandwiches
snacks.
here, we have snacks.
My kids were here, there were snacks.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have,
And we used to have a pay for snacks program, but sometimes people forgot to pay. And get different- it's-
No, but a snack is not a nutritional meal.
we have.
Yeah.
The, like I said, if it's a family that would qualify, we have lunches to provide for them. Nutrition lunches, for students who may or may have forgotten their food or just don't have enough, we have Cheerios and milk. For them to eat kind of as that snack. We found that if we have fun snacks,
Everybody,
everybody forgot their food.
correct, yeah. that is
Yeah,
true.
like candy.
Oh,
That's
Yeah, right.
I mean, that Cheerios was too much, cause that was too exciting, so we found with like plain Cheerios and, so it.
So the answer is that if we have someone that requires subsidized and or given nutritional meals as required by whomever that now is now, we have the capacity to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
correct, it fits within the budget.
No, I
It's
wasn't
not a
concerned-
separate budget line item, it's
Right.
just, it's.
I wasn't concerned with budget as much as the capacity to do
It's
it.
just done very differently than if you were in a school that did have a full nutritional program with a full kitchen that's licensed
We're
with.
not.
Exactly, no,
Add.
but we do by law have to provide the ability for students.
That was
meet
my
the criteria.
understanding, I mean,
Yep,
I just didn't wanna put something in there that. Even though we're required to do it, we don't do it,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
alright? Yeah, I move we accept the physical and emotional well-being of students. Doctrine.
I fix a typo. School can also and or.
I vote,
What's that?
The less than some,
oh, yeah,
where?
on the bottom.
last sentence,
The four words from the end.
Yeah,
I
I
put-
will-
Oh, yeah,
Less than.
the little arrow,
Less than,
Less than.
or greater, less than. Less than.
less than.
Beginning of HTML tag.
yeah, sure is.
So it's the school counselors with less than school. nurses.
That's right, as applicable.
It's got me.
Okay. So as amended.
As an.
As amended, as fixed.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
I,
I do not need a second read on that. That's flying through the stuff. YouTube, I think I just wanted to bring it up so people. It's in the minutes, whatever. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to get a non-public YouTube account. If that doesn't work, I've back up maybe use the Penny Baker solution and having links on our website to point to go. Maybe we have links on the website pointing to the YouTube anyways.
yeah,
It's only one a month, which should, I don't think it should be too much of a word.
does the PTO do anything with their minutes, or do they don't have to, they probably don't have to.
Do anything with.
They get, we have the minutes on file, but we don't, I'm pretty sure we don't upload them anywhere,
No.
I'm just
but we
curious.
do have them.
Would it be more sustainable to go through the Penny Baker? Try to make it work for Penny Baker, just so that it
But the
You
Penny
don't have
Baker,
anybody
it's not the school, it's going through the town.
might take time.
Yeah, so it's not.
It's not
this.
through the
It's not the SAU, there's the SAU, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
But
It's not.
it's the town, and the town is generously offering the SAU access to it.
Okay.
Well, not even generously, $300 generously, right?
Well, for us, it would be, I think that the schools in the town are getting,
Getting it free.
yes.
Yeah,
So then you're saying that we could just start a YouTube channel that's.
So-
On the school.
You can't upload a video that's longer than 3 minutes to 5 minutes without having to pay.
Yeah.
And so Patty just did this with the Historical Society, because they're gonna be uploading all their oral history stuff that's been done. And she got it for free because it's a
Not a problem.
nonprofit. Well, school board should fall within a nonprofit.
Great.
So I'm gonna talk to Patty, see what she thinks, if I can do the same.
Great.
Those are the fourth two, Rich.
We go back. Missing.
We want the back. Oh, the pancake, sorry. I missed something. Let's talk about the pancake breakfast fundraiser.
So. Our middle school was brainstorming ways to fundraise. And it's different every year. The idea they came up with this year is they would like to do a pancake breakfast. Ideally, we would like to do the pancake breakfast in early December. During the school day, in the morning, in this room. We're bringing it, I wanted to make sure I brought it to you guys so we can have the conversation, because it would be public in the building.
Yeah.
During the school day.
Yeah.
Which we have done in the past when we did science fair projects a few years ago. Or for any of the assemblies that we have
Science fair projects
in the gym.
in the gym.
Yeah. And then the location for the pancake breakfast could be talked about too, but it definitely would be an interaction between community members and students. Because parents would also probably want to eat with their kids.
How are you going to do this when there's 25 people lined up with videos?
So if you
They
do,
have to be patient.
but also it wouldn't all, like, it wouldn't just start at 8:30. So you could pre-cook some pancakes, we would have it possibly from like 8:30 to 10 for them to come in.
Families with last names come from, no.
So. That was the thought that the middle school had, they do have a backup plan, if you guys were like, nope. We would look to do it on Saturday,
In December.
in December. Which, the positive part about having it during the school day, is it's gonna get more school families involved, but also the entire middle school. Would be involved in the fundraiser. If we do it on a weekend, we can't make it mandatory for the kids. I think most would still come, but there are a.
The ski area will,
Correct.
so, no, lose attendance,
Correct.
generally, so that.
So it was an idea that Kelly,
December. Oh, early in December.
pretty early, like. Wasn't the first week, because Thanksgiving goes like right into that, but the following week,
It'll be fall.
I think it was like the 8th. That,
Yeah, so programming hasn't started, UTS might start. I don't think.
Says that people
Yeah.
start on the 13th.
or no,
I think they start that week before.
so they probably start the 6th. So we would look at either the 6th or the 13th. And trying to get ahead of,
I'm sure seasonal will be just starting on the
13th, I think is we see
Pretty sure that's, so you would lose. You lose your middle school kids,
Right.
so that's tough.
we're just trying to get earlier on the fundraising to see. How much money we can make, and then if this one doesn't make enough, we can do another fundraiser later. In the past, we've done a big fundraiser right before the trip. And I've already reached out to the same company we used when we went to Lake Placid 2 years ago. To start getting the numbers for that, see. Where we're at.
Where are you going?
Like, hopefully to Lake Placid, New York again. And the kids really enjoyed Six Flags, but they also enjoy going and seeing the Olympic areas.
Sure, that's cool.
Going down head first on a lobster?
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, the ski jumping things are pretty cool.
Okay.
But that was one of their ideas, as a fundraiser, so I said that I would bring it forward. Also happy to table it for a later date to have a discussion.
Well,
No problem on Saturday the 6th from a,
say it again,
no problem from a school board perspective on Saturday the 6th and the 13th. Saturday, I don't have any issues.
right, I just think your attendance will be
They-
down on the 13th.
It's hard to say though,
Depends on-
that's up to them. I'm not comfortable in school.
Right. Um,
I respect
Now,
that,
if
that's why we
you,
wanted
if
to bring
you,
it.
if you do it the weekend. What is the effect on the rec department, depending?
So I have to look at those dates. It is also teachers volunteering their time.
I understand that.
But I can,
I'm sure that the teachers are, could do these and they will.
no, Kate is very happily.
Can we do it?
I'm concerned about them.
Yeah, no, it's something that we would
Not that,
certainly,
that came out wrong.
no, with the rec department to make sure we're not in their space.
so they said they have a backup idea.
To do it on Saturday.
Oh, still, but still the pancake.
Could there be, it could be done in another location in town during the school day? Just.
Yeah, my house.
That's,
At, like the parent grill.
You can do it at the White House.
We could look to that.
Or
We got the Silver Street, right?
what's the?
And it's just
I'm
not,
saying-
Yeah, but that's not as convenient,
I don't think any of it's that busy on the big day, yeah.
but that's not convenient for. To just go.
well, okay, so here's, we're just brainstorming. You can do it in the Silver Street room on the Saturday. That would solve both problems, right? It gets done, it's so people could ski and come in and do the fundraiser in the Silver Street room while they're skiing. They're not gonna miss out on the skiing aspect of it on that Saturday.
Full kitchen and cooking.
What's that?
And
No,
then
just
they
got
would-
a skillet. Set of electric
Yes,
skillets.
I mean,
You're talking about,
you got the George Foreman grill, so.
Well, no, I get that, but if there's access to be able to plug things in and.
I'm not sure we could figure something out.
I will certainly.
But you know, the other side of that coin is, if you're talking about the six. Skiing would still be iffy.
Oh, for sure.
Stop talking like that.
Maybe-
Six, the skiing is going to be iffy.
No,
We will have top to bottom, but it's still gonna be.
You may have top and bottom that's 4 feet
I'll
long.
I'll be teaching no matter what, so.
Oh, yeah, no, we'll be busy.
So that is a possibility.
But you know,
That
depending,
takes some more logistics.
I would say if we were to do.
I would think-
Saturday for the first round through, as long as the rec department, like I said, I do still need to check that, is not accessing, does not use this room for programming. I'd probably push more to do it the first year in here,
I think you're better off.
making sure.
That early, I think you're better off here,
Um,
especially if you're starting at 8:30. When is first check? 8.
Students.
and we could even start at 8.
Yeah,
The 8:30 time got thrown out, typically like the school day starts at 8 for kids to. No, I will bring that information back to them and see. So you guys are good if we do it on like a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Honestly, right now, we're brainstorming, trying to help, that's probably
Yeah.
not our job.
No, that's right. I appreciate it though, but I can,
well.
there are things I can also bring back to the
right,
middle school.
so just the perimeter grounds is.
It's 16:45.
That's not, no problem.
And if they think there would be a better opportunity in town square, I'm sure I could help there, or it's something
Okay.
else, if they wanted to do something like that, I think is. We're up to working with the school and trying to make
Yeah.
it the best we can
Okay, perfect.
from a resort standpoint.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Okay, ready to move on now?
Yes.
As I blew right past that. Rich, we're back to you.
Oh, nothing, thank you.
Okay, then we are gonna move ourselves into non-public.
Actually, for correspondence, I did want to bring your attention to a document in your folders that has the,
Oh, this is the tax
the
thing.
tax.
Tax thing?
Yep,
Yeah, so.
So. Rich, our number for adequate education is 739,482. 739,482. Obviously, our budget is more than that.
But so it's kind of sort of,
Today is meetings.
it's kind of sort of irrelevant for now.
Okay, now let's move to non-public.
Yes. I move, we move, we move,
I moved that we move into non-public.
And Mike seconds that.
Yes.
Tim seconded that,
Tim seemed like he first did that.
I first did.
He's ready.
then I seconded it.
That's what I thought. Any discussion? All in favor? Let's roll
Yeah.
call it.
Tim, say yes.
No,
It's not that.
let's. Well, we get a roll call to non-public.
Mike, yes.
Tim Smith, yes.
Mike Fergal, yes. We have a motion to accept the tuition student that was presented in non-public. Can I get that motion?
I move we accept the tuition student and discuss it in our public.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Michael Bell, aye.
So,
Mike Fergal, aye. Our future meetings are 11/20. How are we looking on that date?
Yeah, I put it in.
11/20.
It will be dark by the time we get out of here on 11/20.
Are you gonna be okay?
I have a flashlight right here.
Good. Sorry for your safety.
When does it change? When does it change? November 2nd?
November 2nd, yeah.
First Sunday. I don't know if you're all really there, but it's the first Sunday, but I got that.
So we are the 20th. We are the 18th, and I
18.
Of December.
of December,
Yeah.
and I should be back for that day. So let's just keep that 18th of December. I'll let you know
Katie's
if I can. I'm gonna be here flying, so who knows?
And that'll be the beginning of
Budget season.
budget season.
Budget season, we're looking for a budget on the 18th. December,
Yes, December.
excellent.
Yeah.
Do
Okay,
we know January yet?
It's
115.
115 is what we have.
That is, so next year, I'm not even thinking of it.
115. I have 115 on my thing, because I'm actually here, still here, we don't wait for wherever the hell we're going.
Okay, motion to dismiss.
So moved. So moved.
Oh,
Second.
Aye.
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 Thank you, everyone.
Okay, can we